Hello, and welcome to the Legal Growth Podcast, where we dive into the strategies, challenges, and success stories shaping the future of law firms. I'm your host, Aaron Fulk, and together with Legal Growth Partners, we will bring you in-depth conversations with top legal professionals, industry innovators, and firm leaders. Our goal is simple: share practical insights, innovative strategies, and real-world advice to help your law firm scale, adapt, and thrive. Whether you're navigating growth challenges or looking to boost your business development, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. This week, our guest is Megan. Hi, Megan. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm great. It's Friday afternoon. There's sunshine for once, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'll take it. It looks deceptively like out my window. It looks like it's a lot warmer than it really is. So, it feels good right now. I'll feel differently when I go outside.
Yeah, this is the tricky part of the year because you can never really tell. You have to actually step outside to
Yeah.
see what it's going to feel like. Well, I'm so excited. Let's just start with this. Give us a quick overview of how you chose law and the specialty of law you focus on.
Yeah, so looking back to before I entered the college space, so I'm a first generation law student and college student, so I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to do everything. If you look in my junior year yearbook, you will see that I said I was going to be the first female president of the United States. Clearly, I've not pursued that, and that sounds like a train wreck of an endeavor to try to get into politics. But so I was a STEM kid, though. My best subjects were math and science. And I think as an act of rebellion, I went to a liberal arts college and studied political science and institutions and policies. And here's why I think it happened organically and some of my passions drew together is I grew up dancing. I always liked kind of a theatrical entertainment element of things. And I also love analyzing issues differently and thinking about ways to solve problems creatively and considering, devil's advocate, both sides of an issue. So bringing those kind of elements together made litigation a natural fit. I thought I wanted to do criminal law at first, and then I graduated from law school in 2008 when everything collapsed and there were no public service jobs to kind of get your foot in the door with criminal law. So I found work where I could, which was in creditors' rights at first. And ever since then, I've been in civil litigation practice, albeit, quite a bit broader with my practice here at Baker Sterchi, and I just love it.
Oh, I like that. That's funny that theater meets. That's exactly right, though, right? It is a form of performing sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. Coming across to a jury, especially.
I love that. So, what has been your biggest growth success story so far?
Yeah, I would say that my growth success story has been building a book of business of my own really from scratch and doing it authentically. So whether it's meeting people at conferences that are kind of geared at that sort of growth or just developing relationships throughout my career. Some of my best clients and most regular books of business are people that I worked with before and to whom my passion for litigation and the way I take my job seriously and love doing what I do, maybe not 100% of the time every day, but most of the time, years later when they ended up going in-house and needing counsel, I was the first person that they thought of. So I think just building relationships authentically and seeing the fruits of that, kind of come to bear has been my biggest success story so far with growth.
I love that. And what has been your favorite non-legal skill that surprisingly has been very helpful in running your business and growing your business?
Okay, so I think that it's a combination of having a sense of humor and not taking yourself too seriously. I think in this profession, there can be sort of a cliche idea of what an attorney is, that we're all very serious and buttoned down. And of course, we have to be professional and we take our cases seriously and are very prepared. But if you can laugh off the ridiculous things that sometimes happen or not take yourself so seriously that if you stumble over an argument or just having an off day, or if you feel like even I do everything right and a judge just comes down with a ruling that we weren't expecting, to be able to kind of roll with the punches and be adaptable. And then internally at the firm, I think just having people skills and empathy, again, maybe people not in the legal profession don't think of lawyers, especially on the defense side like me, having that, but being a listening ear and being compassionate to the challenges that my colleagues and especially some of the younger attorneys that I'm mentoring go through. It helps our firm stay more stable, and it helps attorneys come up through the firm and help us grow organically that way as well.
I think that empathetic piece would be like the game changer, right? Because it will really allow you to lean into that. So looking ahead, what trends or changes do you see shaping the future of law firms, and how are you positioning your firm to stay competitive?
Yeah, so I think that the elephant in the room, and everybody probably says this, is the artificial intelligence component and finding that balance between not running afoul of the ethical rules because you are using it too liberally and not carefully enough, and using it too sparingly. So there are several advisory opinions. I've actually had the opportunity to present on webinars with AI and ethics, and there is an expectation that if there are tools and technologies available to lawyers, that we do explore them and we do implement them in our practice in order to provide the best answers to our clients, the best service that we can, and to bill ethically with respect to that. But also we have to worry about things like client confidentiality when we're determining what type of software to use and what platforms we're going to use and what prompts essentially that we can give things like generative AI. So I think the future is using AI as your friend and as a great assistant. It is not a lawyer. It is not, AIG, JD. It's, whatever GPT or generative AI it is. So you have to use it with those confines in mind. But to be able to kind of streamline and be a second set of eyes on things where human error can come into play, I think that's paramount.
I love that. Yeah, AI seems to be the thing everybody's really, but there's so many different answers when it comes to AI. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Legal Growth Podcast presented by Legal Growth Partners. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, drop us a review, share it with your colleagues, because great insights are even better when shared. For more tips and tools to help grow your practice, visit legalgrowthpartners.com. Until next time, keep innovating, keep growing, and keep smiling. Thank you so much, Megan.
All right. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.